One day, on a walk in the mountains with two companions, I was engaged in some idle thinking, or perhaps I should be honest and call it brooding. I had lately suffered a loss in my life that at times left me reeling. My thoughts went something like this. We speak the language of death these days. Our words are empty condoms, flat tires. Our grammar fails to connect them with any real meaning. Oh, death, stand aside, make room for desire. Let us long again for something, anything. Let us want again. Let us long for longing, want for wanting. In this separation of without and within, we are more than permutations of mind and matter. We are more than impotence, standing and lying in a trance. We are more than the ramifications of mankind's ugly past, multitudinous, malignant mutations. I guess I have been talking or brooding, if you want to call it that, out loud, because my two walking companions, one a skeptic, the other a philosopher, commented. But does it matter if no one cares? Asked the skeptic. Care, said the philosopher, is an abstract concept of another age, now considered fussiness and best avoided. Moreover, he added, with considerable animation, we live in an age of electronic devices and gadgets, machines and robots, young people who are as greedy and bad as our worst ancestors, only care about themselves. His animation, I thought, now bordered on anger with his final statement. The air stirred, and suddenly a puffy white cloud, pure as can be imagined in a powdery blue sky, appeared over the mountains. Then, all at once, some kind of folksy master stood before us. He looked like some kind of cowboy genie whose brain was stuffed with knowledge and experience. He said his name was Myrtle, and he used to be a singer, but had recently moved to a higher bunk. He chuckled. Gather round, boys, said the master. While conceding your various truths, consider this. The single syllable of a lullaby, 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 and the driest of dry rhymes, death and breath, can have the reality and the impact of an avalanche. And the chance observation of the pantomime of lovers loving can turn your heart and make it flutter. Small acts of grace may be the hugest. In short, things still do matter in this careless world you describe. But what are we doing here in the first place? Asked the philosopher, who was always questioning at everything. Is there some raison d'être? What do you mean by here, boy? Asked the master. Can you tell me what here means to you? And please, no French today. Just say what you mean. Looking embarrassed, my philosopher companion was silent. Near, never, right now, and forever, said the master. We still have one foot in the Baroque, and, if you will excuse both a pun and a joke, are not broke. Lately, I've been listening to some old music that is new music to me. I'm going to share it with you shortly. It will take you to another place, another here. Next time we meet, we can discuss time and trouble, something I know a whole lot about. Well, now nice talking to you, boys. Someone in need is calling my name. But then he turned briefly to me. Your pain will pass, friend, then others will lament your loss and feel the pain. Life comes in cycles. I think you know that already. Peace is not to be found here. But in your case, searching for the right words may ease your pain as it once did mine. The music of J.S. Bach suddenly echoed up from the valley around the mountain. I think it was the Mass in D minor. My skeptical companion laughed. My philosophical one scowled, then smiled slightly. I quit thinking about posthumous tumors and suspended my moribund banter on life and chance. The master named Merle clapped his hands together 3 times. The air stirred again, then he was gone, as was the puffy white cloud. Only the powdery blue sky remained overhead.
Thank you, Louis. Mr. David, come on up, please. And then Jen, please get yourselves ready. David, then Jen, then Clyde, then David, then Philip Montague III, who is my alias. Try to keep it as short, please, so because we have a large thing going on. Remind yourselves that. And
I'll read a couple of poems from an old book. Special Effects. When I blow a head gasket on top of Mount Everest, when I get born again as hot lava from a saxophone, when I get a job sleeping but can't get a promotion.